So, first I want to attack the affirmatives plan of action. The first part that they talk about is how, one of the things they talk about is limiting it to 0.3 GPA. Now, there's a problem that shows up with limiting it to 3.0 GPA. About incomes of lower than, or people with an income of lower than 80,000 K are less likely to have a GPA of over 3.0, which completely denies the lower income students who actually need to have they need the free college themselves. It's not really meant for the upper income students. The affirmative also talks about getting rid of extras in college. And they talk about like extracurricular processes that can be erased from the system and extra classes that can also be erased. The problem is how much does that actually account for in the budget of schooling? It says that, where does all that money, the Boston NPR news station states that auxiliary enterprises account for 9% of all the costs of, or 9% of the total cost of college. And for the money that the colleges make, that same 9% is made up by the same auxiliary enterprises themselves. So that eliminates that as a reasoning for getting rid of the extras. Don't need to be eliminated. Then they talk about how the rest of their processes will be funded through through public taxes. Currently, from the NC, the National Center of Educational Statistics, in an academic year of 2014 through 15, post-secondary institutions in the United States spent up to $536 billion in current dollars. The total expenses were $300 billion at public institutions. As for the student tuition, Slate Magazine explains that in the year 2012, the Government Accountability Office released its own analysis of public college funding and revenue streams. It found that students were paying for a total of $76 billion in tuition. So you're saying that we have to pay this 76 in taxes, since the extras in college spending aren't necessarily a problem, and other factors as well aren't a problem. Now, as for the disadvantages, the availability of college will decrease. Increases to enrollments will lead to denying students access to college. The New York Times states that enrollments will also increase, further multiplying the cost of free college. And since these costs are increasing, we don't want to have the costs increasing. So the public colleges will, instead of allowing more enrollment or allowing more people to come into college, they will start barring people so that the cost of college won't increase. As stated with, as shown with tradeschools.net, with more people choosing to attend public colleges because of their tuition-free status, many schools might have to create a list or expand the ones they already have. So basically what they're talking about is how if we're making college free, more people will want to come into college, and there's not enough available seating for college. So they'll have to increase, or they'll have to have a larger wait list to prevent more people from entering into college. Along with increasing, students will find it harder to get into college get into the college that they want to, since there's so many more people who will want to enroll in college. So since it's free, they'll enroll to all the higher division schools. And this is shown through The Atlantic with, the bad news is that getting into any specific school is less likely than it was a few years ago, and certainly more difficult than it was 15 years ago, because the number of strong applicants to selected schools has mushroomed. Another disadvantage that comes along with free education is that the quality of college will decrease.